Hello guys, we're in for another reading vlog. This week's vlog's theme, can you tell by my shirt? Autumn, fall, Halloween time. We're gonna get into it. I do have a selection here, 5 books that I plan to read in this video. Possibly gonna add a 6th, we will see. I might pick up the Pumpkin Spice Cafe or whatever that is called, but I'm not sure. What we are going to read in this video, we have the 5 that I have pre-selected. We've got Morbidly Yours, which I'm going to start today. This book is very short, just over 300 pages, and this is about, from what I gather, a guy. It's based in Ireland, and he works on a undertaking business and needs to get married, I believe, by the time he's 35 to get his inheritance type thing. And then there's a girl named Lark, and she is from the US, and she is going to help him date, but then they end up falling for each other, is basically the vibes I got from that. Then we have The Very Secret Society for Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. I don't super know what this is about. From what I gather, it's very big on found family, and there's a gal, and she's a witch, and you're not supposed to, like, announce that you're a witch. You're not supposed to, like, talk about being a witch type situation. And she's helping train new witches. I don't really know. And then for another, like, more lighthearted book, we have Haunted Ever After by Jen DeLuca. I have no idea what this is. I didn't even read the back. It says, it's a love at first haunting in a seaside town that raises everyone's spirits in the new series from USA best-selling author Jen DeLuca. We'll give this a shot. And then we do have Ghost Camera by Darcy Coates. What really got me was the little blurb on this one. It says, they're always watching. When Janine finds an abandoned Polaroid camera, she playfully snaps a photo without a second thought. But then there's something wrong with the image. A ghostly figure stands in the background watching her, fixated on her, moving one step closer with every picture she takes. So that sounds terrifying. Then we have my September book of the month. I'd like to get this read. It is called Sleep Tight by J.H. Markert. The sole survivor of a serial killer might hold the key to stopping a new spree of murders in this perplessive horror thriller in the vein of The Black Phone and The Whisper Man. I do have The Whisper Man. I have not read it, but there's that. And then also in this vlog, we'll probably do some cozy autumn baking. I do want to update my journal. It's going to be kind of like a getting things done fall vibes. I need to update my reading journal for September. And yeah, hopefully we can get these books read, but I'm very excited to read some seasonal reads with you guys. And we are gonna first start out on Morbidly Yours. I'm gonna start this tonight. We'll see how far I get. Maybe I'll read the whole thing. You never know. You literally never know with me. Y'all, it's a week later, almost. It's like the 6th of October. I've been reading this little book for a week, and it is not that it is not good. I am thoroughly enjoying it. Probably gonna end up giving it a 4. I really like it, but I've been so busy this week. Essentially I've been helping my bestie pal move her business, and I am not one for physical activity or early mornings, and it has involved both of those. So by the time I get home, I literally read like 1 chapter and I'm like, time for bed. But I just prepared myself some dinner, which is just using leftover taco ingredients to make a taco salad. I think I'm gonna pop on Ellen Catherine's video.
We are back with another bookshelf and these are some of my absolute.
Okay guys, I've got the Kindle set up. Okay friends, we've got the candy set up. I did finish Morbidly Yours yesterday, and tomorrow, whenever I get back from our date day, because today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday, and Tuesday is the date day for me and Chris. And so I'll give you a full review of that, but I ended up giving it 4 stars. I did quite enjoy it, but I've just been reading so slow lately, and I'm reading Sleep Tight right now, and it's just giving such 3 energy, and I'm only 45%, so it could like pick up, but it just feels so slow. But hopefully there's some kind of crazy twist, because I'm bored. Okay friends, it is time to catch you guys up, because I have finished 2 books of this video. I'm gonna start and read probably most of Haunted Ever After today, because that book is only like 300 pages, so it's gonna be pretty quick and easy. But let's go into the 2 that I have read so far for this video. Should I turn on the light? Would that make things better or worse? Better, maybe? Here are the 2 that I've read so far, and To remind you, we have Haunted Ever After that we're still reading, The Very Secret Society for Irregular Witches. That title is such a mouthful. Ghost Camera, and then possibly The Last One at the Wedding. But I also might do that as a full spoiler vlog and have each month do my book club book as a full spoiler vlog. I think I'm leaning that way. But here are the two we've read so far. First, we read Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks, and this book was so cute. It is about this guy here named Callum and this gal here named Lark. Lark is from Austin, Texas, which that's where I currently live, and so it was really fun seeing like the Austin references like H-E-B, Alamo Drafthouse, stuff like that. That was really cute, and essentially this is all info that you know, no spoilers. Her husband has passed away and she just needs a fresh start, so she moves to Ireland, and she thinks that she's moving next to a bed and breakfast, but actually she's moving next to a cemetery. And she learns that Callum, the next door neighbor, which there's a lot of like representation in this book, he has a speech impediment, which is very cool, and I love that that is included. And he needs to find a wife by the time he's 35, otherwise he will lose the family's undertaking business and it'll go to his horrible father. And so she is helping Callum go on all of these different dates to find a wife, and of course they fall for each other. Super cute. I gave it 4 stars. I will admit though, this took me, it's a pretty short book. It is just over 300 pages. This took me like an entire week to read because this past week has been so busy and I've been so exhausted, but that does not reflect how I feel about this book. 4 stars, super good. This is the only book that Ivy has written, but it does say that it's book number 1, so I think there may be more books in the series. This did not give like autumn energy or fall energy or Halloween energy at all, but it was very good. And then I read Sleep Tight by T.J. Markert, and I gave this one 3 stars. It is a very fine, forgettable detective mystery. I know detective mysteries are very hit and miss with people. They're also very hit and miss with me. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them, sometimes, most of the time I think, I find them very forgettable. I just feel like I expected this to be scarier and it just wasn't. It is essentially about this woman, Tess, and she is a detective, and her dad was a detective, and her dad was responsible for putting this serial killer, Father Silence, behind bars, and the night the Father Silence is executed, somebody else starts killing in like the same manner, and her daughter ends up getting kidnapped, and it's like her quest to get her daughter back. It was not thrilling. It did not get my heart racing. It wasn't bad. It was just fine. I'm gonna keep it, but it's like, if you like detective books, you'd probably really like it. It's just fine. 3 stars. Literally like the epitome of what a 3-star is to me is, well, I guess that's not true. It probably is more like a 2.75 if I'm being like really nitpicky, but like I can't be bothered with that. Next up, we are going to be reading this, which is Haunted Ever After by Jen DeLuca. It is blurred by Ashley Poston. Right on the cover, is it love or will one of them get ghosted? And I think the girl lives in like a haunted house. It is about, the guy's name is Nick and the girl's name is Cassie. So this is what I'm gonna read tonight. I was going to film a different video for you guys today of like doing like my catching up on my reading journal, but we currently don't have any internet, so it's kind of putting a damper on things for me, but you know, it is what it is. Guys, I forgot I had this graphic novel that my bestie girl Andrea sent to me, or gave to me. I think I'm gonna just read this right now. I'm waiting on my husband to get back with some McDonald's. Actually, I kind of want to watch my show, but this is a really short graphic novel based on Sleepy Hollow instead of Ichabod Crane. It's Isabel Crane, which I think is funny. I think I just heard my car. I have a loud car. But I'm gonna add this to this video because it'll be perfect. My plan is to finish this video this week. I'm planning on one-shotting Haunted Ever After tonight. It's currently 7:44 and I'm currently in the middle of drinking a soda, and Chris just got me McDonald's, which comes with a soda. So I'm having a lot of really late night caffeine, so I think I can read that. It's like barely 300 pages. And maybe also read this or read this tomorrow. And then read Ghost Camera Wednesday, Thursday, and then read The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches for the next couple, like over the weekend. If I can make that happen, that's the plan. So, you guys are gonna die, so I'm gonna say goodbye. Hello, guys. You're kind of tall. We'll do the MySpace angle, why not? I am just barely into the graphic novel that I started for this video, Hollow. There's not page numbers, but I'm like barely into it. but I'm going to be continuing this in a moment. I'm going to take a shower. I hope the shower kind of like wakes me up because it's not that late. It's like not even 8 o'clock, I don't think. It's literally 7 o'clock. And I'm out here feeling like it's like midnight. I'm not really sure why, because I've had plenty of sleep and I didn't have like a overly exhausting day. I just worked, but I don't know. I like had the intentions of reading this and like most of the next book. I don't know if I talked about this already, but I was kind of confused about my next book, Ghost Camera, and turns out it's a series, it's like a collection of short stories, which I've never read. The first, like, I feel like the book should say Ghost Camera, like, and other stories, because I thought the whole book was Ghost Camera, and that's why I bought it, because it sounded very interesting, but it's just like a 90-page short story. And then there's like other short stories. I don't know. I don't really like love the idea of it, but we will see. Maybe I'll end up loving it. Who knows? But I am gonna read this first. It's getting me really like wanting to go watch Sleepy Hollow. Sometimes the movie theater plays like older Halloween movies at the Halloween times. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, they probably should, seeing as like Elf movie parties. We're not ready for Elf. Nope, not being played. They played it last year, but I guess not this year. But I'm gonna go take a shower and then read that, and we will reconvene whenever I am done with that. I don't know how I feel about this angle, guys, but we are back to talk about this book. I'm currently at 45%, so we'll just say half because the end of the book, I feel like whenever, because I'm reading on my Kindle, I always finish the book at like 97%, and because of whatever bullshit is at the end. But I am loving this. I am not a fantasy girl, and I would just consider this more of like a contemporary witchy book so far. Obviously there's magic and fantasy elements, but I would not like be like, oh, I'm reading fantasy. But on Goodreads, when you scroll down, which is so weird, I have an iPhone and my husband has an Android, and he literally wants to get a new phone just because of how stupid the Goodreads app is on Android. But on his phone, when you scroll down, it doesn't tell you the genres. But when you scroll down on this, on the good old Goodreads, it says fantasy, romance, fiction, and then audiobook. Very weird. But I'm so far really, really enjoying it. I love all of the characters. Basically, the premise of this is we have our girl Mika Moon, and she is a witch. And basically, witches aren't meant to be around other witches because when that much magical energy gets together, it's hard to hide, and they don't want anybody to know about them because, like, historically, witches aren't treated very nice. So another thing is like a spell went wrong a long time ago, and all witches are orphans because of this, like, mishap with this spell. It's, like, cursed. And so when Mika is an orphan, she is raised by this other witch named Primrose, and alone in isolation. And they meet once in a while, like a couple times a year, whatever. And then Mika basically starts a YouTube channel and is posting witchcore videos and gets a DM essentially to come help these 3 young witches learn how to use their magic. And it is so far so good. I love found family in a book. It just tugs at my heart. I love it. And so far this is providing me with everything I could dream, and I'm absolutely loving it. So far, highly recommend. I think this is definitely gonna be a 4, could be even a 5-star, which would be good because I feel like we've had 2 3-stars and 3 4-stars so far, so like it'd be great to have a 5-star. So far, also in this video, I'm keeping all of the books that I've read. Last book vlog I had one that I got rid of, which is the Love Theoretically, which wasn't even because it was bad. I gave it a 3, and I usually keep books that are 3s, but I think my sister would like it more than I did, so I'll probably be sending it to her. Maybe I'll keep it. We will see. Haven't truly decided, but yeah, we are going to continue on with reading this. I don't really feel great today. If you can't tell by my pimples, we're having like, it's like that girly time of the month. So I kind of feel like shit, and I just took a shower, and it is 6:30 p.m. on a Friday, and what better thing is there to do than lay in bed and read a book? Basically how I feel about that. So that is the plan of the day. Okay guys, we are filming a very horrible lighting, terrible times ending to this video because I am suffering with some skin issues currently and don't wish to really highlight that. So we're gonna be in the dark and we're gonna go over all of the books we read for this cute little spooky season TBR. What did we read for this video? The first book we read was Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks, and I did give this book 4 stars. This is about Callum and Lark. Lark is from Texas, which I'm also from Texas, and I loved all of the like Texas references. I thought that was super duper cute. And he is basically a, what's the word? An undertaker, and she works in like film, and he needs to marry by the time he is 35 so that his shitty dad doesn't get control of the undertaking business. And so she's trying to help him find a wife, and of course they fall in love. Super cute, highly recommend. It was not spooky season vibes. The cover fools you. It takes place like over the summer and the spring, but super cute. I do recommend. Then following that, I believe is when I read Sleep Tight by T.J. Markert. This was okay. It is a detective mystery, which I know is not everybody's favorite. It's not my favorite either. I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was just fine. It's about this girl whose dad helped put this serial killer in prison, and then the night that he was executed, her dad gets murdered, and then other people connected to the case start getting killed, and her daughter gets kidnapped, and it's trying to uncover what's happening, if there's a copycat killer, what the vibes are. It was alright. I did read, I don't know what order I did the rest of these in. I did read Hollow, which this was a late add to this. I forgot I had this cute little graphic novel loosely based on Sleepy Hollow. It is about a cast of characters, and, you know, they live in Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, it's super duper cute. If you are interested, I do recommend. I gave it 4 stars. Then I believe I read Haunted Ever After by Jen DeLuca. This was my favorite of the 2. I gave them both 4 stars, but I did prefer this one. This is Haunted Ever After by Jen DeLuca. And this is about, trying to remember the names, a guy named Nick and a girl named Cassie. And Cassie lived in Orlando, and due to things happening, she wanted a fresh start. So she moved to this small town, and a bunch of weird things start happening in her house, and she feels like her house is haunted because some of her outlets aren't working and X, Y, and Z. And then she becomes friends with Nick, the coffee shop owner, and he's like, yeah, this town is haunted. It has ghosts. Like, it's not a gimmick. It is what it is. So it's this cute little magical realism, spooky-ish vibes, little romance story, and it was so good, so cute. I highly recommend. Then I read this, Ghost Camera by Darcy Coates, and I will let you know I only read the 2 of the stories in here. I did not know, like, based on this cover, you don't know that it is a short story with other short stories in here. And then on the back, like, if you read this part, that's the whole blurb of what the book's about, doesn't say that it's a short story. You don't have to read this second part down here, which I just thought that that part was blurbs by other authors. So I learned I don't really like short stories because I feel like as soon as I started liking and getting into the story, it was over. So it's kind of a bummer, but it was fine. I gave it 3 stars. If it was longer, it probably would have been, you know, if it was a full novel, I probably would have really liked it. It's essentially about this girl who finds this camera and like an abandoned Polaroid camera. It takes a picture and there's ghosts in it, and the more pictures she takes, the closer the ghosts are getting to her. And that's that. Her and her friend are trying to stop it. And then finally, I read A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Madonna. And I gave this 4 stars. I thought I might give it 5 stars. I did like the first half more than the second half, which is so rare for me to say. But it's just the facts. I liked the first half better. But it was really, really cute. It's about a gal named Mika Moon, and she is a witch. And she is summoned essentially to come train 3 young witches how to use their magic so that nobody finds out. And it is through a series of like found family of her and everybody at the house go through to hopefully things go off of a hitch. There's a little romance in there, and overall it was very, very cute. I gave this 4 stars. I do think for sure my favorite book that I read for this video was Haunted Ever After, But honestly, none of these were spooky. So, spooky season TBR with not a single book that gave me the spooks. I think maybe it was a fail. Maybe it was a fail. Comment down below and let me know if there's any, I think this will be going up before Halloween. So if there's anything super spooky you think I should check out, let me know down below. I will say I like a haunted house story, like a spooky ghost story is really what gets me terrified, and I don't do body horror or gore. Those are two things I cannot handle. So if you have any suggestions that don't involve that, let me know down below, and otherwise I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.